is so stupid.
Bad boys, what you gonna do if you run away from 'em?
Whoa. Holy shit. Okay. I'll be right back, actually.
Bad boys, what you gonna do if you run away from 'em?
This is so stupid. This is so stupid.
Okay. Okay. Colleen Ball Singer. My totally favorite YouTuber. Holy shit, okay. I have watched this before. Not even gonna deny it. I have watched it before, but but that was alone. I didn't stream it, so now I'm gonna stream it because the only thing I remember from this is I'm not a groomer, I'm just a loser. So yeah, ooh, I forgot that I have this button. I have this silly button. I wanna click the button, but I can't click the button. Okay. Anyway, off topic. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this together. We're gonna suffer together. We get to suffer. We get to cry. Yippee yay! Have I turned on my desktop audio? I have. Okay. Oh, okay. It's not that high volume. I'll just turn it a little more high, and then I'll just pause it whenever, whatever. Anyway. Oh my god, she has fucking Among Us in the background. Wait. Among Us. She has Among Us. Oh my god. Anyway. Why is she looking so intensely at me? I don't like that.
Hey.
What the fuck?
It's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. A lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true.
They're true.
Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
I'm already dying.
You guys having fun?
No.
All aboard the toxic gossip
The side eye.
train.
Okay, you know damn well she's looking at a script down there. Cause she's like always looking that specific direction. She's like, God, what was my lyrics again? Hold on. But anyway.
You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation, the toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and
No, cause this woman has kids. She has kids. Keep those kids far away from her. I hope. Does she still have a man? Yeah, she has kids. She has goddamn kids. At least I believe so. Last time I checked, she did have kids. She has like 2. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I think 2 kids.
harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash, but hey.
I hope you don't survive in the crash. Honestly.
At least you're having fun.
No.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say,
Obviously.
I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say. So
You fucking idiot.
here I am, and today I only want to talk about the facts.
The facts?
So I hope that you'll be willing to listen.
No, please. I actually do not want to listen anymore.
Years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest.
What do you mean?
It's more of a loser kind of way. Where I was
I'm just a loser. You know damn well she's being really emo right now. She is really trying to guilt trip people or something. I'm just a loser.
just trying to be besties
fine.
with everybody. It's kind
You
of
were
like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there who keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, "Ugh." That was me, but in group chats with my fans.
I think you were more than just an ant.
I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends. But in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there.
Obviously.
There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see.
Are you sure about
I
that?
changed my behavior, and I took accountability.
Where did you take accountability?
That's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
I am clenching my
Fueled with
fists.
hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train. Steamroll over someone's reputation. Toxic gossip train. Hop on board,
Yeah,
but close your
she's actually looking on a damn script. You know damn well, look at her, look at her. She's literally like fucking... What the fuck? Look, she's like looking down. You know damn well there's a script down there. Oh, Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
Hop on board, but close your eyes. Otherwise, you'll realize that the train is made of lies, and that person you despise.
My microphone. She's singing. My character's singing to her. She's being a little bit goofy. She's just being a little bit silly and a little bit goofy. No? My character's being a little bit silly, that's why she's singing. She's singing a lot. Oh, God.
Maybe
Oh?
don't deserve to die, but hey, at least you're having fun.
I'm not having fun. At all.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. We should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person.
No.
This is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes. And it's something
When?
that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? Oh.
Shut
I
up!
thought you wanted me to take accountability.
Yeah, I'll
That's
take
not
accountability.
the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the
Whoa,
person
calm
you
down,
despise,
okay.
while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
Holy shit, okay. Calm the fuck down. You're not my
I
mom.
already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting.
Oh.
Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never.
Yeah, no shit, you are.
That. Oh, I'm sorry.
Isn't she like 30?
realize that all of you are
Just like
perfect, so
goddamn
please
30, what the
criticize
fuck?
me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say my little bony back. What the
My
fuck?
shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100%
Yeah.
in the wrong.
'Cause you were.
Sorry, I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up about.
Do not.
Hey everybody,
I wanna
found someone
fucking
new to
punch
her
her.
past. She did some
Look at
things
her.
that I do not like in her past. So
Okay.
everybody gather round, cause we're about to attack, but not based on facts. Oh no.
They're all
Your loaded
facts. There's
lethal
proof.
weapon is your fingers on the keys. You don't need any armor when you can hide behind a screen.
Huh?
Shoot me down quick with a click and bam.
Yeah, I hope you're fucking dead.
Reputation's deceased.
I think your reputation was like gone like years ago, actually.
I also wanted to take a minute to talk about that girl Miranda sings.
Oh
The
god,
one-
not her.
Yeah, her? She's
Yeah, no,
PG-13.
please.
It says that on my website, and it's always been that way.
No.
And that's why you won't find my videos on the YouTube Kids app. Anyway, I didn't realize
How's that
it
gonna
was
stop
my
kids from watching
responsibility
it?
to decide what was appropriate for every kid to see. I've always relied on parents to decide if they're comfortable.
Yeah, literally her team told her not to say anything, and she's like, you guys didn't tell me not to sing, so I'm just gonna sing it instead.
Have I made some jokes in poor taste? Yes.
Uh-huh.
Have I made lots of dumb mistakes?
Yeah.
Yes. Am I sad that there are some fans who feel betrayed?
You should be.
But was my intention to manipulate?
Yeah.
No.
Bitch, the fuck you mean no?
It doesn't really matter what my intention was, because it seems as though everyone's already decided on that.
No, your intention was probably to groom kids, and I do believe there's like 100.
Millions of people
There's a
all
bunch
over
of
the
proof out
world
there too.
call you the most vile, horrendous, disgusting, life-ruining words that a person can be called, in my opinion. It doesn't matter that these things aren't true.
They are
Everyone
true.
just believes
No,
that
they're
type of
true.
person
The fuck you
who
mean?
manipulates and abuses children.
Yeah, you do. Not the fuck.
So I just wanted to say that
Not your fucking head.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
What the
I
fuck?
didn't understand.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser. How do you think you're gonna get away with that? Like, actually, you kind of gave it. Like, if people did not believe you at first, like, no, if people believed you at first and you were not a groomer, they would probably believe you were a fucking groomer at that point. Like, if you are gonna say, the only thing I ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats, I'm not a groomer, I'm just a loser. Yeah, people are gonna believe you're a fucking groomer then. That's a dumbass excuse, you fucking dickhead. I'm losing my goddamn sanity.
I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so.
You are a predator! Oh, God. You wanna know what the goddamn fart joke was? It was not just a silly little fart joke. She literally fucking pulled someone's like, she spreaded someone's legs, and then played fart sounds in the background. That was the fart joke. Yeah. No, not funny. Colleen. Fucking Colleen. God damn it. Do not look at me like that. You look like you're about to fucking kill me. Fucking serial killer vibes.
So,
She definitely has killed someone.
Won't change anyone's mind about
Yeah, no, it won't.
I still felt it was important to come on here and defend myself.
To be honest, it'd be better if you'd never came.
Take accountability.
You did not take accountability.
And I also wanted to say that to anyone out there who has ever supported me in any capacity,
I have never supported you, actually. I never liked you.
appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I don't appreciate you. Thank you.
I never had any bad intentions,
You did have a bad intention. Oh my god.
but I do feel like shit.
Yeah, you should feel like shit. Fucking asshole. Good. You don't deserve to hear her.
Toxic gossip train.
Fucking gossip
Driving
train.
down the
There you go,
tracks
now you can hear her.
of misinformation.
A little bit at least.
Toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic
I'm going
gossip
insane.
train. You tied me to the tracks and harassed me for my past.
Past?
Rumors look like facts when you
They are
don't
facts.
mind the gaps.
Shut up.
I won't survive in the crash.
Good.
But hey, I hope you had some fun.
I did not have fun. I am actually clenching my fist right now. Not the fake ending, you fucking asshole.
I feel like maybe I should. You guys
No,
know
she left the
something.
goddamn plate open. She ate the fucking.
Seems like
She ate the fucking restaurant.
maybe you're confused.
In a bad
about something.
intention.
I don't know. Let me try to help.
Hi, Tristan.
Sometimes people make a mistake, and it does
You made a bunch.
make them a horrible person.
It does make you a horrible person.
Whoa. Sometimes people can make a mistake, and they're
You made
still
multiple.
a good person. Crazy, I know.
You're not a good person.
Sometimes people
Oh my
can
God.
make a mistake, and you don't have to take that mistake. Oh no, and twist it up and grind it and add some lies to it and
Okay, hold on, calm the fuck
pulverize
down.
it and stab it with knives and ruin a life. And
I hope I ruined your life, actually.
sometimes
I hope multiple people ruined your life.
mistake. It doesn't mean you gotta send them hate. Oh no.
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes people can make a mistake, and you can kindly let them know and help them to grow.
Motherfucker, you groom children.
Sometimes people make mistakes simply because they made a mistake.
That was not simply a mistake. You probably did that on purpose.
Doesn't
No,
make
no,
them a
you
terrible
probably
human.
did. You actually did.
It just makes them a human.
You're Satan. Like, actually, you're goddamn Satan.
But what do I know?
Yeah, what the fuck do you know?
Fuck me, right?
Yeah, fuck you. No, because, like, I feel bad for the victims of this, actually. Like, oh, God. The fuck do I do now, actually? I have no idea. Let me just hide this real quick. Let me find something else to watch. Something else I can clench my fist at. And actually just die watching. Anyway, that reminds me of the fucking My Story Animated. Wait a minute. Hell yeah, we're gonna watch My Story Animated. Let me just share my screen again. So now you guys can watch again. What is this? Yeah, someone actually spoke up about it. And nobody gave two shits. Like, there was some, I think. What the fuck? Switch that birth. Okay, we're gonna watch this one, why not? Oh god, I do not like this.
Hi, I'm Clara from Planet Earth, and I was just living
No
the most
shit, you're
boring
on
life
Planet
ever
Earth.
until a stranger at my door changed my fate. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. I lived with my single dad in the countryside. I never knew my mom because she left when I was a baby. And even though
Obviously.
dad fed and clothed me, he was always too busy to ever hang out or do anything fun with me. Like on my 6th birthday, I begged dad to throw me a bowling party, and he said yes. Though on the day of the party, all he did was put 8 bowling pins in our freaking driveway. Ugh, it was so embarrassing. Oh, and did I mention we all had to share one balloon? But that lame party was
How the
just the
fuck
tip
are you
of the
gonna
iceberg.
fucking bowl
No,
with a
the
balloon?
real issue was that dad and I just had nothing in common. Like, I loved mushrooms, and he was allergic to them, so we could never have mushroom soup. But he loved hot dogs, and I hated them with a passion. So he was pissed that we could never have them for lunch. We couldn't even agree on pasta shapes. I mean, why would anyone like macaroni? They look like short, fat slugs.
No, fuck
I
you.
wanted spaghetti, and his idea of a fun Saturday night was watching the news and screaming at the TV while I wanted to go watch a game or attend a concert. Dad was always telling me I was like a
Let me
hyperactive
hold on,
toddler.
Let me just put down the volume a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny little bit. Okay, there we go.
Which I thought was better than being a couch potato. So yeah, when I wasn't at school or hanging out with friends, I was stuck feeling as bored as ever. Then one day in 11th grade, we got a strange visitor.
May I come in? I have to speak with you about something urgent regarding your daughter Clara.
Dad and I felt suspicious, but decided to hear him out, and then he hit us with some wild news. I wasn't my dad's real daughter. Apparently, the hospital nurse had
She's
accidentally
adopted.
switched me at birth with the royal queen's baby.
Bro, this is like
Very
the
funny.
fucking,
What, so you're
fucking
here to
Dead to
tell
Life
me
stories.
I'm actually the Princess of Denmark? Cool story, bro.
Yeah, not
Excuse
really.
me, what?
I have the proof right here.
Fucking running with
Fudge,
dead.
he was right. The
Dead.
queen's husband wasn't alive, but she was, and she wanted to meet me.
She wants your father to come too. You see, when you were switched at the hospital,
Oh,
your father's
nah,
real
what the
daughter was
fuck?
given to the queen by mistake. You probably know her as Princess Ida, but she
Princess
wants
Ida.
to meet her biological dad.
Wow, so I really came from a royal family?
no way.
Secretly. I wasn't too surprised though. I always had a feeling me and my dumb dad couldn't be related. We drove to the
Yeah, no
palace that
shit, he's
weekend,
ginger.
and when we arrived, I couldn't help noticing how fancy everything was. I was so busy
Fucking
admiring my
Ida.
surroundings that I didn't notice Princess Ida storming in with a woman running after her.
What the
Your
fuck is she
Highness,
chewing?
you must come to the gathering tomorrow night. Prince Carl will be there. Your mother was hoping
is Prince
you could
Carl?
get engaged someday. Nope, not happening. So stop asking me about it. You don't need to stick your gum on my face, Your Highness. That is very impolite.
That's
Tell Prince
very
Carrot I
inappropriate.
said hi. Prince Carl.
Nerd.
Holy cheese balls? That was Princess Ida, my dad's actual daughter? I found out later on that she was famous for neglecting her royal duties and being totally
she's literally
irresponsible.
part of
Finally,
the
at
royal
dinner
family
time,
with
I was
respect.
scheduled to meet my mom, and when I saw her, my
scheduled to
heart
meet my
practically
mom.
stopped. She was so beautiful and elegant. I guess you wouldn't expect less from a queen. But
That's running
still,
with dead.
My precious girl, I can't believe I'm finally seeing you after all these years.
I couldn't believe it either. Throughout the dinner, I found out Mom was the sweetest person ever.
Okay, cool.
She wanted to know everything about me. Dad had never shown that kind of interest in my life before. She even insisted I stay the night in the guest house. I was just drifting off to sleep when suddenly I heard crying coming from down the hall. I tiptoed out of my room and found Ida sobbing on the stairs. I hate my life. I'm not even 18 years old, and Mom's making me get engaged. Can I just say, I've met Prince Carrot before, and he has the longest nose hair I've ever seen. I'm sorry, but that's a deal breaker. Come on.
But that's
Can't be
a
that
deal
bad.
breaker.
I'm sure there's a way to convince him to trim his nose hairs. It's not just about the nose hair. I'm just sick of all the pressure that comes with being a royal princess. You have no idea what it's like. I mean, it sounds kind of fun to me. Don't scream at me, man. It's just that I have the
Don't
most
scream at me,
boring
man.
life ever. And just then, I had a brilliant idea. Maybe somehow, Ida and I could switch lives. I'd tell Dad that I wanted to learn more about where I came from and bond with my mom. And Ida could ask Mom for some time off so she could bond with Dad. I pitched my plan to Ida right then, but she
weren't
wasn't
they
satisfied.
supposed to actually
We
be
could
switched
do that
out
for
again?
a while, but what if you convinced Mom to give you the throne inheritance instead of me? That way, we'll both be happy. I'll get less responsibility, and you'll have a crazier, more exciting life. Are you kidding? I am so in. So the next morning,
Bitch
Ida
wants to
and
get
I
fucking married.
convinced our parents to let us switch homes for a few months so each of us could bond with our biological parents. Wink, wink. Mom was excited, though, to teach me about royal life. It was Dad who would have trouble accommodating his work schedule so he could get to know his daughter. I moved into the palace soon, and everything was amazing.
Why the fuck is jumping
I
like
adored
that?
Mom. I loved living a princess's
you
life.
bend her
and
legs
Ida
that
told me
far
over the
up?
phone she was feeling more relaxed. The only thing was, I was having some issues adjusting to royal life. Like, why did my gown have to be so long? And why did it have to be so tight? I guess one of the servants could tell I was uncomfortable because she told me I looked like I had period cramps. And the worst was the
okay.
food. Living with Dad, I always thought I had a sophisticated palate.
I mean, I
because
know
he
period
had the
cramps
palate
can
of a
be, like,
baby. But that was
extremely
before
bad,
the
but
cook served me
I don't think you
snails.
exactly look like that. when you have them.
escargot. I want to see
I mean, at
the
least I
joy
know.
on your face when you taste how delicious they are.
Mmm, delicious indeed.
Why is
Have
the
you seen that
character still
wall over
moving in
there?
there?
One day, I was taking a
Have you
walk
seen
in the
that
garden
wall over
when I
there?
suddenly tripped over a sharp rock and fell down
quickly.
hard.
Are you all right, miss?
I looked up to see a guy my age kneeling over me, and I couldn't help notice
Kneeling over
how
me?
handsome he was.
There we go.
Yeah, just a clumsy fall. I'm really scraped up though. He pulled me up gently, and when we made eye contact, I felt my heart go wild. The guy said he'd get me some herbal treatment, and when he returned, he started tending to my wounds. I found out his name was Stefan, and he was the gardener's son. Oh,
Wait,
thank God.
I feel
You're
like I
just
know
some
that
poor
name.
servant.
Wait a minute.
It's just been a little difficult being around all these royal snobs. No offense.
Okay. Well, what are you doing here in the palace anyway?
I told Stefan everything that had happened in the past couple of weeks in the whole biological parent-daughter mix-up.
So, now that I know you're royalty, does that mean I have to start bowing at your feet?
He smiled at me, and I felt myself blush. From that day on, I started visiting
My
Stefan
character is
every day
smiling,
when
and
I had
I
free
am
time
not
and helped
smiling
him in the
in
garden.
reality.
And eventually, he asked me out, and I said yes. Our connection
But she's
had
cutting
been instant,
flowers.
and once I started
Out of all
spending
the-
time with
out
Stefan,
of all the
I
times you
sort
could
of
ask her out,
forgot
why
about
went to
everything and
like,
everyone.
cutting
Like at one
flowers?
point, we were having a late-night date, and I was really surprised when I got a FaceTime call from Ida because I hadn't thought about her in weeks. She told me how she talked to the queen, who was super impressed with how much I'd learned about royal life in a short time. I can't believe how well everything... Clara, you seem distracted. Yeah, I'm on a very, very enjoyable date with my boyfriend. You have a boyfriend now? Yes, I'm dating the gardener's son, Stefan, and I think he's the world's best kisser. Clara, you cannot date one of the palace workers if you want to become royalty. This is common sense, man. Oh, please, it's 2023.
It's
I could still take over the
2023.
throne and marry a common boy. Listen to me.
Nah, wait, let
I
me
don't
just
want to
fucking-
inherit the
she's
throne.
actually the
I thought
fucking
this plan
daughter.
was about
Fucking
both of
funny
us being
McDavid.
happy.
Nah,
So
what the
unless
hell?
you want me to throw myself off a cliff, you better not screw this up. Ida did have a point there. So I told her I'd think of a solution. But a month later,
Are you sure
trouble
about that?
escalated. Mom said she was having an important dinner with some officials.
I'm
and she
having
wanted
an
me,
important
Dad,
dinner.
and Ida to come. I asked if Stefan could join too. And Mom said yes. She wanted
Wow.
everyone to hear the announcement she was gonna make. As you all know, I was reunited with my biological daughter Clara. For the past few months, she's been staying here and learning everything about the royal workings of the palace. After months of consulting with authorities
I
and
know
our
damn well
council,
this isn't
we've
Denmark.
decided that Clara is going to inherit the throne instead of Ida. When Ida turns 18 next week, she'll be giving up her royal title altogether. Everyone at the table went silent, and I saw Ida beaming at me happily. Our plan had actually worked. Mom had even consulted Dad, and he agreed to it because he thought it was the life I wanted. Just then, I saw Stefan looking over at me with his
Oh yeah,
dreamy
shit,
blue
Stefan's
eyes,
still here. I
and
forgot
I knew
about
then
him.
that I had to bring the issue up. But as I told Mom Stefan and I were together, she just stared at me with this really confused expression. I don't understand. I told you, you're going to get engaged to Prince Carl sometime this year, remember? You're not actually asking me if you can marry my gardener's son, right? Well, I don't know about marriage. I'm only 17, bro. But Stefan and
I'm
I
only
do love
17,
each
bro.
other,
Who says
and
that to
if
the
being
mom?
royalty means I can't be the person I love, then I don't want to be a princess. Mom looked like she was about to have a stroke.
Your Highness, if things continue going as well as they are between me and Clara, we do want to get married one day. Lots of commoners marry into royalty. But I already had a plan and fiancé in mind.
Okay.
Do you know
How did that
what I
go?
went
That's
through
not great.
fighting to get you the royal inheritance? Yes, I thought doing
for
this
Ida,
would be
though.
the best for the country and take a load off Ida's shoulders. But the real reason I did this was for you. I missed your childhood and most of your adolescence, and I missed the chance to give you my love. So I'm giving you that love now.
That is not
Her heart
love.
was in the right place, but the royal life she described was not the one I wanted for myself. So I refused to accept the throne inheritance and left the table. But
Hello.
Ida ran after me. Are you crazy? 6 months ago, you went gaga over the idea of being a princess, and now you're giving it up so you can date some stupid herbivore? First of all, I said Stefan likes plants. I didn't say he eats plants. He's a boy, not a rabbit, duh. Okay, I don't
No
even know what we're
shit.
talking about anymore. Why did you even make this deal with me if you weren't gonna follow through? It may have been some meaningless game to you, but this is my life, and it's not a joke. I know, and I'm sorry. At the time, I really did believe I wanted to switch lives with you, but I think what I really wanted was a little adventure and excitement, and Mom's a lot more fun than Dad. And now that I finally got that, I'm realizing I don't actually want to be a royal princess. I didn't mean
Congrats.
to manipulate you or Mom, but I can't sacrifice my happiness like that. The next morning, I went back with Dad, and both Ida and Mom cut contact with me. I felt guilty because I knew what I'd done was pretty selfish, though Stefan and I kept dating, and we moved in together after I graduated high school. Then one day, I got a scary phone call. It was
Wow,
Mom's
why does she have so
secretary
many
who
cats
told me
in
that
that
Ida had
box?
fallen really sick and went into a coma, and they weren't sure if she'd ever wake up. The Queen
Okay.
isn't doing well either. Everyone's worried about her, about Ida and the state of the monarchy. I was numb with shock. Worst of all, I felt like this whole thing was my responsibility to fix. Since the Queen was my
No,
mom,
that's my
and I
cats.
had refused to take
I'm
over the
stealing those
throne. I
cats.
went to the
They're my
hospital that
cats
night
now.
and found Mom sitting by Ida's bed, and she was actually relieved to see me. I helped out with palace duties all that week because Mom refused to leave Ida's bedside. I was starting to reconsider a lot of things. So one night, I asked Stefan to come to the hospital so we could talk.
Why did he
You
walk
know
like that?
My mom
What the
really needs me, right? I love side. I was
Why did he
starting
walk
to
like that?
reconsider a lot of things. So one night, I asked Stefan to
Fucking
come to the
NPC
hospital so we
walk.
could talk.
Why is he
So
walking
one
like
night,
that?
I asked Stefan to come to the hospital so we could talk. You know
Looks like a
that my mom
robot.
really needs me, right? I love you so much, but I think she has to be my focus right now.
So,
What's with the music in the background? It doesn't match the scene at all. Shouldn't it be like sad music and not whatever this music is?
So much, but I think she has to be my focus right now.
So, are you breaking up with me? Are you gonna try and take Ida's place as a princess because she's in a coma?
It's more complicated than that. I just don't want to put my needs before my family's again. I'll never forget you, Stefan, but we can't be together.
Again, the
And just
music
like
is
that,
not
I
dramatic
broke
at
up
all.
with
It's
the
just
guy I loved that
boom,
night.
boom.
I asked Mom the next day if I could go away for a few days to get my mind off of things, and she said yes. I went to stay with Dad and told him everything.
Of course.
Can I tell you a secret? It's really awful.
Why does he look like
What
that?
is it?
I wish I'd never known that Mom and Ida existed. I hate that I feel responsible for Ida falling into a coma. I
Okay,
know
but how
that's
did
an
you fall into a
evil
coma?
thought,
Did it
though.
just suddenly
That's not
happen?
evil, Clara. Your life changed a lot when you met your mom. In some ways for the better, in some ways for the worse. But I think she taught you a lot, more than I ever did. I know I should have done more for you as a dad.
Nah, I was a pretty bratty kid. I am still convinced, though, that spaghetti's a superior pasta to macaroni.
Fuck
Dad
you.
just laughed, and I started to feel better. Then, a few nights later, I got a call from the nurse with insane news. Ida had woken up from her coma. I returned
Wow.
immediately to the hospital to find Ida when I ran into Mom talking with Stefan.
Clara, I overheard your conversation that night with Stefan in the hallway. How you two broke up because you wanted to take care of me and your royal family. And it made me realize how selfish I was, trying to get you engaged if you were going to take
yeah, I
over
forgot
the throne.
about that part.
So I called Stefan over and told him that I wanted you two to be together. Also, I don't know if I told you, but my dad isn't just a gardener. He's also a herbal healer. That's why I know so much about plant medicine.
Okay,
I asked my dad
cool.
to do a healing ritual to help Ida out of her coma, and he
What?
did.
I breathed a huge sigh of
Dude,
relief
when the
and
fuck did
hugged them
magic get
both.
involved in this
Everything had
world?
worked out, except... Wait a second, does Ida still hate me because I didn't take over the throne?
No. Once I told her that she didn't have to get
No.
engaged to that prince and stopped putting so much pressure on her, she realized she doesn't hate being a princess as much as she thought.
Well, that was good to hear. Stefan took my hand right then, and we ran to go see Ida.
Okay, cool. That was just it, okay. What about the dad? She just left alone or some shit. What the fuck? Okay, well, cool.
Hi.
No one knew I was a famous singer.
Yeah, the richest family in my town. What? Okay, we'll watch this one.
Hi, I'm Leah from Indiana. Before I continue, please hit like and subscribe. Since I was a baby, I was meant to be a dancer.
What the
I
fuck?
would dance before I could even walk. I would do the cha-cha while
Mr.
cleaning the
Beast
room,
challenge.
bust a move while brushing my teeth, and of course, I was shaking it all the way
What
to
the fuck?
and from school. People smiled and laughed when they saw me, but I never cared. When I was 10, I would watch
I
my
would
friends head
cringe.
off to dance
I would
class
visibly
after school.
cringe.
It would tear me up inside to see them living my dream. I came home one day as my mom was
See them
finishing her
living
makeup.
my dream.
Mom, can I please go to dance class? All my friends are going.
You're not going. You have no idea how much that class costs.
There was no other parent to ask at that time. Just me and Mom and whoever she was dating that week. But Mommy, please.
Okay, so she's a
I swear,
whore.
I'll do your laundry and
Cool.
chores, and when I make money from ballet, you'll get makeup from Sephora. I'll take you shopping, whatever you want. Pretty please. This means everything in the world to me.
We'll see if that ever happens. Right now, I don't have time for this. I'm going to be late. The answer is no, and that's final.
She left me alone in the cold house while she sped off in Ted or Fred's Ferrari to some fancy dinner. For me,
Ted?
another night of instant noodles. I felt devastated with how my life was going, just dreaming about my dream of dancing. But then I turned 12. I was alone, like
Age
always.
turned
And before I
12.
could blow out my candle on my plain
She
cupcake,
said she was
it
12.
flickered out. Oh no,
Your
there's
dad?
still so much to wish for. I was about to leave for school when Mom barged in.
Hold on, Leah. You have mail.
My mom handed me a card with my name and address on it. Who's it from, Mommy? To Leah from Aunt Lucy. Who's Aunt Lucy?
I haven't spoken to her in years. I don't talk to that side of the family.
She gave me a ticket. Mom snatched it immediately from my hand. That's not a ticket. It's a check for $10 million. My mom went crazy. It was like she stepped into a Louis Vuitton fever dream.
I didn't even know she was that loaded. I could do so much with this. I could buy a Gucci dress, an MK bag, and a diamond set. And I can't wait to see the look on Mary's face.
Who the fuck is
heal me.
Mary?
And oh, that Tony who dumped me, he'll come crawling back like a puppy, begging me to take him back. I didn't remember the last time my mom looked so happy. She
but without the
showered
money
me with
part.
hugs and kisses, even making me twirl around like a ballerina. I had so much to ask Aunt Lucy, but Mom said she didn't have her number or anything. And when I turned 14, Mom decided to move. So we packed up everything.
Holy
and
shit,
headed
she
to New York City.
downgraded.
That's right, the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps. We
The
were
Big
ready to start
Apple?
a new life. I
Is that
finally
actually
signed up for
what
dance
it's like
lessons at
fucking
an art
called?
school.
The Big
The girl who
Apple?
used to have holes in her shoes had ballet slippers. I practiced every day until my legs cramped, but I was ecstatic. My mom also had new friends, like Tiffany, Chanel, and Fendi. I had always wanted to be close to Mom, so I joined her shopping sprees, and it worked out great. I guess that's what I was always missing. We would spend our time stalking the malls for the best clothes, handbags, and of course, shoes. Oh, Leah, we have to get these too. I was covered with shopping bags and balancing shoe boxes while scooting through the aisles. I could barely see in
They
front
only
of
had,
me
like,
through Mom's
what,
hall.
10
Hurry
million?
up. We don't want to miss the first drop of Balenciaga's new collection.
I'm gonna fucking
right
lose that in
behind
like seconds.
you. But honestly, when we were in these very posh stores, I felt like a princess. I was offered fancy drinks, tried on expensive dresses, and best of all, I felt so close to my mom. I walked out of the dressing room in a sparkling dress. Now spin around. Oh, beautiful, so beautiful. We'll take it. I looked at myself in the mirror. I could barely recognize myself, but maybe this is who I was supposed to be. I carefully teetered in the heels my mom had picked out for me.
What the fuck was that
crashed into
tongue?
the mirror. Do you think we could look at some flats? While I spent so much time with my mom, I might have been distracted from my dancing. My dance teacher seemed to be losing patience with me. Okay, Leah, you're up next. Saute. I smiled nervously at my dance teacher, attempting to jump, but fumbled the landing. The other students giggled at me. Have you been practicing? Yes, of course. I lied. What time did I have to practice? School was out at 3. I told my mom I would be at Bloomingdale's by 4. I mean, it was so unreasonable. Besides, I never looked more like a ballerina. The clothes, the hair, the shoes, the makeup. I was the definition of what a ballerina looked like. It wasn't my problem if my teachers couldn't see it. By the time I was 16, me and my
Yeah,
mom
exactly.
had our
Her
routine
color
down.
combination
Shopping,
does not
dining,
look good.
shopping, and dining. Mom had
It looks
friends
like
she'd
shit.
visit while I was in school, and we'd chat about them over dinner. And you wouldn't believe her hair. It's turned this terrible orange color, and her roots.
She's ginger!
Her roots could be seen from outer space.
Oh my god, she's
Honestly, Leah, I'm
ginger!
beginning to think you're my only real friend. She loved me. My mom loved me.
Okay,
Just then, 2 men walked into the restaurant and surrounded us with serious faces.
Jeannie Roberts.
Yes.
Bro,
What
it's
is your
fucking,
problem? They
what's
flashed
their
their
names
badges
again?
at us. It was the
I've got their
police.
names,
You
but
have
those
to come
two
with us.
fucking
Excuse me, I am not
rapists
done
from,
with my dinner. I want to
Heathers.
speak to your manager.
Jeannie Roberts, we need to talk to you about your tax evasion.
This is ridiculous. You don't have the right person. You're gonna ruin my blouse. Mom, what's going on? Leah, I will call you as soon as I can.
I committed tax evasion for $10 million.
Dragged my mom out of the restaurant. I didn't know what else to do.
Why'd
So
you
I
run it
ran
like
back
that?
to our
What the fuck?
apartment. I paced and cried, staring at my phone. My mom was arrested. What on earth could I do? Finally, at midnight, the doorbell rang, and it was Mom. Mom, what's going on? Listen, I have to be quick. You need to get help. Otherwise, they'll put me away for good. They said tax evasion, but you haven't done anything. We have the money. Tell the police we have millions of dollars. We don't, Leah. It's gone. My stomach dropped. I need
Why
you
are
to
we
get me out of
rotating?
this trouble. I need you to go see Aunt Lucy and ask for the money. They have people watching me. They'll pounce on me if I try to leave the city. But you said you didn't know anything about her. Yeah, I just remembered her address.
You
Go to
just
her and
suddenly
get the money
remembered her
so I can
address.
get out of here. I had no other choice.
I will go look
It was
that up
just
and I'll
me
ask for
alone,
money.
and I had to
I'll
save
go
my
like,
mom.
"Hey,
I hopped
I'm
on the
poor.
first train I could
Can you
find.
give me
There
some
were
money?"
a million people on the subway, and I squeezed my way through the crowd. The train car jerked, and a guy's soda splashed all over my face. He glared at me.
Hey, watch it.
But he splashed me. Finally, I arrived at my aunt's house and knocked on the door. Her house towered over me with dozens of closed
Yeah, who the
shutters
fuck
and
just
faded
randomly
awnings.
fucking
I'm not
remembers
interested in
an
buying
address?
anything. I'm not selling anything. I'm Leah. Are you Lucy? I'm looking for my great aunt Lucy. Leah.
She's dead.
I ran to her and opened my arms for a much-needed hug. But I was taken aback when Aunt Lucy sidestepped me like she was avoiding a bug. Do you know you look very sticky? I know. I took the subway here. My mom asked for your help. You helped us before, and we
appreciate it, so I didn't help you. Well, with the money you graciously gave us, you helped us a ton. That was your father's last investment. I was instructed to cash it out and send it to his next of kin. That's you. My dad? I can only recall bits and pieces of him. I know. You're not missing out. So, Jeannie's in trouble. You want something from me? Why should I bother? We're family, aren't we? I always disliked your mother. Spoiled, selfish, and vain. Does the apple fall far from the tree? You look just like her. But I didn't
Oh my
look
God.
like myself. She wanted me to leave, but I couldn't. She was my only hope. I kept pestering and pleading with her for days, buzzing around her like a pesky fly. Finally, after what felt like forever, she talked to me. This used to be a hotel, you know. I took care of everything, and I was great at it. But it's hard for a person my age to manage everything around here. There's too much space and too many stairs. I have a few guests coming over, but I don't have much staff. I would like to see how useful you can be. Whatever you need, I can do it. I needed to win her over to save my mom, so I got to work by cleaning out the fireplace. Large chunks of ash rained down on me, covering the floor in a thick blanket of gray. Ugh, oh my God, what a mess. Leave this and go wash your face. And when I scrubbed the windows, one of the panes cracked and a large piece of glass fell. I caught the glass right before it hit the floor. Oh no. I heard some guests coming, so I quickly shoved the glass under the bedspread. A large older man entered the room and plopped down on the bed. The glass made a large crunching noise and the man screamed. New sheets. You must need new bed sheets. I scampered out of the room and caught Aunt Lucy giving me the death stare. On the way to get new bed sheets, I bumped into a flower vase and knocked water everywhere. I sprinted off into the hall and grabbed the mop to clean, and then, but the rest of the guests slipped and fell. I think I forgot the wet floor sign. Ugh, it's gonna be one of those days. I totally screwed up, and I knew there was no way she'd forgive me. So I hid from her, and when she finally found me, I started bawling like a baby. She couldn't be mad at a sobbing girl, right? I could see her face soften, and I figured I had a chance to get on her good side. I tried to make up for all the mistakes I had made. I gave my aunt a foot massage, made her fresh juices and warm soup.
Why is it so detailed? The hell?
I polished her dresser and found a music box. Don't break it. Oh, I wouldn't. I love it. I'm a ballerina too. Well, maybe. I used to be. You're a little young for used to be anything. For me, this ballet feels like
those
Lucy and
grippers
I were
away.
finally talking, and it felt like the ice was melting. She told me how she used to be a dancer. When I was a baby, my dad would tell her all
Why
about
does she look
how
like
much I
that?
loved dancing.
Why does she look like that?
Got
This
through to my
baby.
aunt, but I still needed her help. I brought up how desperate I was to save my mom. I was wrong. You're not like your mother at all. Okay, enough of all this. Let's go. We took a car downtown and met my mom. What on earth happened, Jeannie? You are still as disappointing as ever. Ugh, here we go. Why did you even bother to come here? You could have sent the money with Leah, but I guess belittling an innocent woman is more your speed. Aunt Lucy asked Mom for her tax forms, but all she got was silence. Mom, just give her the paperwork. She'll help us. What's wrong with you? Okay, fine. I'll just leave. And then Mom spilled the beans. She had conned us. The cops were fake. The tax problem was fake. All a scheme to get money from Aunt Lucy. I can't believe this, Mom. How could you do this? I had to. The bank was gonna take the apartment, so I had no choice. I was in debt and knew only you could convince your aunt. I'm sorry. I know I spent a little, but I spent on you too, and it was for us, right, Leah? It made you happy, right? You were happy, and that's what made me happy. But I'm behind on all of my classes. We're out of money, and we don't even have the apartment. And now you're definitely not happy anymore, so I'm not happy. And I don't see how I could ever become a dancer. Enough, Leah.
Not her
you
dancer.
Need to go to school and work on your
She's not
skills.
gonna
You want to be
become a
ballerina?
dancer.
Yes,
What the
of
fuck?
course. Then you are coming with me. And Jeannie, you need to pay all of this off. You'll need a source of income to dig your way out of this. This is an impossible situation. I know I made a mistake, but I want to change. And I can't live without you, Leah. I had doubts, and I was furious too. I even stepped outside with my aunt to leave. But then I realized I couldn't abandon my mom, not even after all the things she did. Okay, Mom, I think we should
The
try
redemption
to be a family,
arc.
all of us together. I believed that this time it was gonna work out.
She's crossing her fingers.
And we're ready to start our new lives together. But the next
Oh my
morning,
God,
Mom,
another plot
I ran around the
twist.
hotel but couldn't find my mom. Her clothes and purse were
Yeah,
gone.
she stole the
I
fucking
searched
money.
up and down until I got to the front desk. The cashier's box was completely empty.
Yeah,
She
I knew
left
it.
and took my Aunt Lucy's money. I was devastated.
Yeah, but how
I
the
brought
fuck
her
did you
here,
get
and it
all that money?
happened because of me. What should I do? I had brought on enough trouble, and I had to earn and return every penny back to my aunt. Leah, are you leaving too?
I'm so sorry, Aunt Lucy. I just wanted us to be a family. I don't want to cause you any more trouble. I thought it would be better if I just left. I'm so sorry about my mom. I wanted to believe that she would be different, but she wasn't. Just the same horrible, selfish woman. Leah, you don't have
This
to
does
go.
not have
It's not
anything
your
to do with the
fault.
title.
Your family. Sometimes
Like,
the
at
family you're
all.
given isn't the family you end up with, and that is okay. Really? Really, I love you. And I do have some good news. I made a few phone calls, and you have an audition next week.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. I love you too, Aunt Lucy. At the audition, I danced my heart out. And
Why
for
does
the
she look
first
like
time
that?
ever, I was supported and loved by my Aunt Lucy. And that sounds like the perfect kind of
No,
family
why does she
to
look
be.
like that?
Bad boys, what you gonna do to run away from?
Okay, well, that's gonna be everything, I suppose. Since I have to go, basically, and there's not really much else. I just realized my character's eyes kind of look like an Among Us character.